segment from Inside Edition is a display of racism and abuse. Racism and abuse from women to men. Of course, because white women are harassing these black men because they're women, people magically don't recognize the racism that's there. But that's what's going on here. These white women are running down the street and black men are complimenting them, and then they're going to abuse them for it. Okay. Now, this is a sadistic cycle. What it is, these women put themselves on display so that they'll get compliments from men and get their ego boost, and then they turn on those men. And that's what's going to happen. That's what they're going to do here. But before I show you this segment, I'm going to show you that women invade men's personal space all the time, whenever they feel like it. Here's a male singer who gets sexually assaulted. Not catcalled, sexually assaulted. Ooh, he was not happy about that. Yeah, women don't know to keep their hands off, okay? So we know that. And yet these guys are merely throwing compliments around, okay? So let's get into it. And the Inside Edition doesn't realize how bad it actually makes women look by exposing what they're about.
It's a disturbing fact of life for too many women, getting hassled on the street while they're on a run.
Your idea of hassling is having men compliment them. Men would love this. We would love to walk down the street or run and have women throw compliments at us. So it just showcases women do not like men. It's that simple.
What kinds of things have you heard?
Hey, baby, or...
It's pretty hard to even run up the street without someone beeping or shouting something.
Here's Lisa Guerrero.
We came to world-famous Venice Beach to turn the tables on the catcallers.
Now, this, of course, is a lie. In order to turn the tables on them, they'd have to get women to compliment men who randomly walk down the street. They're not going to do that because they know the men would love it. They know the men would appreciate it because they know that men love women unconditionally and want their attention. And so this just, again, showcases that women hate men, period. And I'm not exaggerating. This is an act of sadism.
How'd we do it? Well, we put a camera on the back of this bike, a camera on the front of this bike, and we hired a fitness trainer.
Amber Wyrick says she's well aware of the problem.
Yeah, this white girl gets complimented by black men, and she hates them.
I get catcalls everywhere, every day of my life, especially when I run.
We were with Amber when she went for a jog.
Nice choker. That's an interesting jog.
Listen, look what he said. Nice choker, interesting. So he's calling her out. This woman is not just jogging for her health. She's putting herself on display, and the guy is calling her out. Nice choker. Why is she wearing a choker and makeup? Right?
Jog full of makeup and a choker.
He yelled it out loud enough that other people could hear it and people were looking.
So harassment really means being called out. That's what it is. You have to recognize it. You've got to understand their word usage is there to control the narrative. But you've got to be able to translate what's actually being said here. This woman is clogging up her pores while she's jogging. A niece of mine once did that. She was a young, attractive woman at the time. And she went out jogging and put makeup on. I even asked her, I said, you're clogging up your pores. You need that to sweat. Because they're not just going out to keep themselves in shape. They're putting themselves on display.
And when that happens, that's embarrassing.
Lisa spoke to the guy.
Does she deserve to be yelled at here on the sidewalk?
What, being yelled at? I don't think anybody was yelled at. Honey, it's funny if I see somebody running and jogging in makeup. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God, the Inside Edition, you were so stupid. You actually gave this man his voice and he perfectly put it in context. He's calling out the silly behavior of this woman. So that's what they consider harassment. being called out for bad female behavior. So this guy knows what's going on.
You see what I'm saying?
It didn't stop there.
Did you happen to say
I love you, sweetheart. Now, this guy puts the Inside Edition here in a terrible light. They have no idea just how bad they look. This is the perfect retort to the abuse they're trying to put on this man.
something to this young lady when she ran by a minute ago?
I actually did.
What did you say to her?
I said that she's very beautiful and I love her.
Do you think that's appropriate to shout out at women as they're running by?
Yes,
Why?
because she is very beautiful and I do love her honestly as a person.
He notice that guys love women unconditionally. He loves her just because she's female. And meanwhile, dude, she hates your guts. That's why she's abusing you like this. This is abuse. This is sadism against you, right? Now, everything this guy said was completely positive, and that's why he said it without any apologies, right? And so the Inside Edition has no idea how bad it's making women look. They're basically putting terrible female psychology on display. They're displaying themselves to get ego boost off men, and then they're turning on these men and abusing them. That's what's on display here. They're saying men adore women and women hate men. That's what this is. And again, it's all hypocrisy because these guys are merely shouting out compliments. They're not grabbing at women's crotches. They're not grabbing at women's crotches like you see here. This woman actually sexually assaulting this man. There's no comparison. Remember, this is what's important. These women aren't actually working to stop this. They don't want this to stop. This is a cycle of sadism. They want this perpetual. They want to be able to show themselves on display, get compliments from men to get their ego boost, and then abuse those men for doing it. They do not want this to end. Even if this makes a chilling effect, they actually don't want the chilling effect because then it stops the abuse and the sadism. So understand what's going on here. Proof that women hate men. Thank you.